name is Jesse Aguilar, and I've been a high school art teacher for the last 24 years in the Kern High School District. And I'm currently sitting on the board of directors for the California Teachers Association, representing about 20,000 educators in 5 counties, including Kern. And I'd like to recognize my colleague, Robert Ellis, who's also on the board of directors.
Hello, Robert.
First of all, thank you for coming. Thank you for understanding that this is a reason to come out during a national pandemic. Thank you for standing up to crazy. Thank you for standing up for what's right. Thank you for understanding that Marjorie Taylor Greene is not fit for Congress.
That's right.
And absolutely does not deserve the honor of sitting on either the House Education, Labor, or Budget committees. By being here, you all have shown that you have more common sense and more respect for the institutions of our government than the man who should be representing us, the House Minority Leader, Kevin McCarthy.
Yes, we do.
And let me be clear. This should not be a partisan issue.
No.
This is not a right or a left thing.
No, it is not.
It's not a conservative or liberal thing. It's about decency.
Yes.
Yeah, decency.
It's about accountability. It's about leadership.
Yes.
Yes.
Marjorie Taylor Greene exemplifies the worst in us. She exemplifies the hate, the vitriol, the myopic worldview that revels in the death of democracy and exalts an autocratic movement. She embraces and promotes conspiratorial narratives that attack adolescent survivors of school mass shootings and terrorizes parents of children shot down in their classrooms. She peddles conspiratorial narratives that lay a foundation of context that advocate and justify the murdering of the House Speaker and others who disagree with her worldview.
Shame.
Even Mitch McConnell calls her a cancer in his party and in the country. But somehow, in some way, Kevin McCarthy found the audacity needed to place this toxic human being on committees that will give her a platform to spread her message of division and hate.
Boo.
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 Evidently, Congressman McCarthy does not possess the strength of character to insist that enough is enough. He evidently does not have the wherewithal to stand up for decency. He lacks the courage to put country before party and has caved to the most fringe elements of his party. This sorry display is offensive, and it fails to live up to the promise of our Constitution. As a teacher, I know what it's like to look around at students in my classroom and wonder what I'd do if a shooter found their way into my school. If a shooter found their way into my classroom, if me and my students were threatened, I can tell you that those thoughts run through the minds of every teacher out there.
That's right. Yes.
The school shootings that have occurred over and over, year after year, are real for us.
Yes.
The victims of those shootings are real for us.
Yes.
The survivors who are tormented by the cruel memories of desecrated schools are real to us.
Yes.
And the real suffering of real parents doesn't dissipate with time. Those things, those real manifestations of twisted minds, coupled with high-capacity magazines, have scarred every schoolyard in our country. That new reality has dug into our American mindset. Those things have begun to define who we are as a people. Those things, the fear, the pain, the agony experienced by our children, are not real to Marjorie Taylor Greene. In her mind, those things lack significance. In her mind, those things only serve to obstruct America, an America where everyone carries a sidearm. An America where our Constitution is shaped only by the Second Amendment. An America where facts are subjective and those with power have a God-given right to wield it however they choose. A seat on any significant House committee is no place for a person with such a skewed worldview.
That's right.
A seat on the House Education Committee is an insult to teachers, to students, to families, and to communities that have experienced the horrific reality of a school shooting.
Yes.
Marjorie Taylor Greene has defamed these sacred places with her vile and hurtful lies and her pointed and cruel accusations. Giving her a lauded position on the House Education Committee is nothing less than an attack on the institution of public education and a slap in the face of every educator in every classroom.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Kevin McCarthy has shown his disdain for educators.
Yeah.
It's clear that he thinks we're lazy and uncaring. His point was made crystal clear by a recent Facebook post where he accused teachers of treating his pandemic as a vacation. He insinuated that we don't care about our students. He insinuated that teachers are the obstacles rather than the solution. But he's wrong.
Yes, it is. Wrong.
Teachers have never worked harder, and teachers are teaching in incredibly difficult circumstances, and they are doing it every single day.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
He's wrong about that, and he's wrong about this. Kevin McCarthy has had every opportunity to prove that he supports teachers and that he supports school staff, and he has failed miserably.
Yeah.
He had an opportunity to do the right thing, and he failed miserably. Now, he puts a conspiracy theorist on the House Education Committee. Kevin McCarthy has failed the American people.
Yeah.
Kevin McCarthy has put an exclamation point on the disdain he shows to public education and those who could get up every single day to teach and learn. It's shameful, and we won't easily forget. I implore you, don't forget. Remind him every opportunity you get that he represents all the people, not just those screaming in the Capitol on January 6th. That QAnon is dangerous, and that it's just absolutely not necessary. That decent people expect more from him, and remind your family and friends next time you go to the ballot box, we must keep pushing until we are heard. Thank you.
Yeah!